Guys, I'm so tired, but I'm gonna try to talk straight out of my heart right now. I'm sad because I don't know who really supports me in the world, and I don't really know who I am, and it is hard to see a future where most people around me care. Everything feels so synthetic and so, trapped. And I want to tell a clear narrative about my life, about who I am, but it feels so messy and cloudy, and I feel lost in it all. I mean, I guess that's why I can't tell a narrative at all, because life doesn't really follow a narrative. I mean, like an arc. The whole idea of an arc is that there's a solution, there's an end, the 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 situation resolves, but I see life as more cyclical. It's it's cyclical. It's like, okay, there was a person pointing out Cave Town lyrics, and the concept of a monster appears in so many of his songs, and it's cyclical. I mean, it's not that the concept of a monster gets better and better over time. He doesn't he says I'm not a monster before he says he is a monster. And then he says he's not a monster again. It's it's cyclical. It's not that Robbie is overcoming the concept of a monster. Robbie is continually wrestling, or Robbie was continually wrestling with the concept of a monster in his younger songs. Um, and the concept of a monster appeared in such a cyclical way. Um, I might I might look at the song for I might look at the songs for examples for you to just be like, yeah, you know, I don't know what dates. Yeah, this was in 2009 and this was in 2017, whatever. Um etc etc. But what I do know is the concept of a 2009. He's not that old, bro, right? He's not that old. Anyways, cyclical. Um, I don't overcome, you know, for example, my gender identity. It wasn't always, I mean, it was never clear. I mean, before I kind of didn't let myself spiral into the tunnel. I just I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, whatever. Um, it's cyclical. It's not constantly. I'm not constantly firm in my gender identity right now. Um, most people are okay. And most trans people are. I'm just one of the few gender confused people that exist. Um, and I don't say that to alienate myself. I say that to advocate for trans people who know exactly who they are. I am not one of them, but I do not represent the trans community. I represent myself. Um, And I always want to defend those people who know exactly who they are. Because, okay, I don't. I never did. Um, it's never been quite clear to me what I am, who I am, and what the fuck ever. But I know there are lots of people who do know who they are. And I can see that energy on someone. And it is the most beautiful, radiant energy in the world. And no one should shake that energy. I am someone who, okay, somewhat, someone knows what he's doing. Like, I'm someone who has become much more firm in my identity, and people can see that on me, and they can see that I'm organic and fluid and I am myself. Um, and I love that. In the past, I've been, you know, I've been fake. I saw myself mold into that perfect girl that I wanted to be. And the perfect girl that I've wanted to be my entire life. The perfect girl that I thought would bring me fulfillment to become. And then I saw it. Everything around me was a trap. Everything around me was like a dissonance between how I see myself and how others see me. Everything felt constructed and synthetic, and it was an absolute existential nightmare being a perfect girl or being the girl that I had constructed for myself to become. That girl did not honestly reflect who I am as an individual. And my cope was making jokes about existential crises in social skills class. That was like, that was my fucking cope. And studying Sufism, studying religion. Those were my copes back then. And they're not great copes, to be honest. Like, it's not really funny to just constantly be like, hey, look at me. I'm having an existential crisis. Aren't I cute? Um, no. Um, I'm, I'm worth more than that. And I don't have to be that perfect girl that, um, I constructed for myself. There are so many girls in this world that, like, fulfill femininity. I don't have to fulfill femininity. I don't have to be a girl. There are so many girls in this world that fulfill a specific role that I guarantee you're not taking up space by being a guy, or vice versa. Like, there are so many guys in this world that fulfill their role as masculine dudes, and you are not taking up space by being a girl. Like, trans people, you have to remember, like, I'm not taking up space for being a guy. I'm not taking up space for being in my role as me. I mean, shit, bro. Well, okay. Ooh, ooh. It's like dawn. Hell yeah. Wanna go pray Fajr? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to go pray Fajr. So, um, I mean, and then we act like it's a crisis and like people are running out of real cis people. Like, what the fuck? No, no, it's not. How often do you see fucking trans people around? We're open. We're out there. We don't hide. But, honey, it's 3 in every 100. And most of them are children. Bro. um, so, like, if you look at older populations, you ain't seen them. Not as much as you see the children. And, yeah, that's a societal shift. Um, it shows that people aren't afraid. Um, but it's also, like, empowering as hell to me. That people are choosing their own identities. Um, I didn't think I could choose my own identity as a child. Um, I mean, like, in many ways, my childhood story collab with my cousin, Mason and James, was like an escape. Um, and the more I think about it, the more I think of Mason as like this metaphor for like transness. Because, okay, I gave Mason this made up older sister. That, by the way, dude. Okay, first of all, my older brothers are way the fuck older than me. Um, uh, Mason's older sister is only a couple years older than him. And his parents force him to wear hand me downs from his sister, and he doesn't find it embarrassing or like a burden or that it emasculates him. He just feels a little out of place in pink. Does he wear pink? Sure. Like, he doesn't mind pink. He just feels a little out of place, bro. It feels a little weird, bro. Um, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, hmm, is that me? Was I was I trying to say something about myself? Um, of course I named myself after him because I mean that's what my mom said my name would be if I was a guy. So, of course I did. I mean, Mason has always been the concept of me as a guy. And I made it so that Mason wanted to be a girl, but like, um, I think it was kind of gender swap that like, okay, if I kind of want to be a guy, Mason kind of wants to be a girl. It makes sense. Um, it makes sense that Mason would want that, given I don't know. I think that makes sense because I don't see I don't see myself being secure in my existence, no matter how I was born. Either way, no matter what I was born in, I'd be trans. I'd choose it in each life. I'd choose it I'd choose it if I was assigned male at birth. Um, but I choose it assigned female at birth because it's just me, bro. I'm trans. Um, and that's where thoughts are cyclical. It's like it just all comes back to I'm trans at this moment. I hope that you enjoyed my thought process, my rant. I hope it was authentic and good and beautiful. Adios.